Welcome to Azzadous Studios. Today we're going to take a look at making Jump Up Drum&Bass drums. If you haven't already, go check out my other Drum&Bass video creating FM basses for Jump Up in Serum. The link will be above somewhere and in the description. If you like the video, like and share, and remember to subscribe to keep up to date with future videos. Okay, so I've broken the process down into three aspects. The way I see it with Drum&Bass drums, and most drums to be fair, is there's three aspects. You've got the main meat, which for Drum&Bass drums is the kick and the snare. You've got the groove, which is coming mainly from the hat, and the ghost notes from the kick and the snare. You've also got the filler, which I'd call the ride, crash overlaying it, maybe an extra rolling hi-hat, stuff like that, a bit of FX. Anything else that's just adding to the sound, you know, topping it off. Let's get into Ableton and have a look. Okay, so here we are inside Ableton. I've got a few groups set up here already. I've got the meat, which is the kick and the snare, the groove, which I've just got two close hi-hat channels at the moment, the filler, which I've got a ride, crash, another close hi-hat, and a shaker. Obviously, some of these do overlap into others. Like I said, the groove, a lot of the groove comes from ghost notes in the snare and the kick as well, but I've just got the kick and the snare in the meat. This is just a general idea of how I'm separating it. So I'm just going to start off by finding a kick, and you don't really need drum&bass packs. I've got a couple. But as long as you know what kind of sounds you're looking for, you don't need a specific drum&bass pack. So, saying that, I am actually using a specific pack for the kick and the snare, or maybe just the kick. But as long as you know what kind of kick you're looking for, you don't really need a pack. Okay, so that one's quite nice. It's not too low, there's not too much low information. With drum and bass, your kicks are usually in the higher register. If you have too much low, it's just going to clash with your bass quite a lot on your sub. They're quite predominantly subby tracks, so the kick's usually higher and quite often high passed. So we'll get to that later. If you do want a processing video, I'm not going to run into much processing in this video, so drop a comment below and I'll try and get a processing video done after this one. Okay, so switch my keyboard on. We've got a kick there that I like, and we're going to look for a snare. So I like to experiment quite a lot with my snares. I wouldn't say obscure, but you know, the more different, the better. I don't like a big, overly powerful snare. I like it to be quite quirky and different. So I'm just going to have a look. Let's have a look in Leviathan. Like that, I love the sound of that snare already. And it is quite a generic snare, but it's not a massive, overly powerful snare. It could be, if we beef it up a bit, but yeah, we'll start off with that. Okay, so I'm at 174 BPM, and what I'm going to do is just create a 2-bar loop. That's Control Shift and M for create a MIDI clip. I'm just going to Control and L to loop it. Okay, so we've got his kick and a snare, so I'm on the kick track here, and I'm just going to put a generic drum and bass sort of pattern in, which is the first on the 1 beat and then on the 3rd off beat. And then for the snare, I'm just going to put again the generic snare in, so we've got the every 2nd beat. Okay, so already there, like I said, we've got his meat, we've got the main aspects of the beat. So what I'm going to do now is add to the groove of it. So the groove is going to give it a bit more flair, you know, a bit more shuffle, depending how you want it to sound. I'm going to look for some, again, I like realistic sounding hi-hats, but they don't have to be too realistic, you know. What I will do sometimes, after I've finished creating my drums, I'll then open up Addictive Drums and layer most of the sounds with Addictive Drums, so you've got that real aspect to it, and sort of process them side by side. If you're interested in a video on that, drop a comment below and I'll do a video for that too. Okay, so that's quite a nice closed hi-hat. I would usually put both of these hi-hats in a drum rack. I don't know why I haven't, to be honest. I think just when I was setting up, I was just doing it this way. It doesn't matter too much. So for this first hi-hat, I'm just going to give it a 4/4. Okay, so not much groove there. It's keeping the pace, but there's not a lot of groove. So what I want to do, what I'm going to do then is switch the triplet grid on and just give it a bit of, I'm going to control and to it just to open up the grid. There we go. So just shifting that a little bit on the triplet grid. It's giving it a bit of a delayed reaction, a bit more groove to it. So if I do that again, I'm going to do it, let's try there. It worked better on the I'm going to leave that like that for now, and then this is where more groove comes into it, is on the second hi-hat. Okay, so I like that one. Chuck that in, and again MIDI clip, Control Shift and M. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to highlight both of these. So I've got this. Let's put a note in first to keep. We know what we're doing. Right, so there we go. So I can work off that. It just makes it a little bit easier sometimes, especially when you've got like a triplet grid in on the other one. Okay, so I'm going to switch the triplet grid on again. You don't have to work in triplet grid. Say do it however you like, but I like it to be quite quirky and skippy, so I find the triplet grid does that quite well. Right, so what I'm going to do is just turn this one down a little bit. Okay, that sounds nice. So there we are, we're getting a bit of groove going, coming along. So onto the filler now, and I usually start with a ride. So we're going to look for a ride. I'm going to try using another pack because I don't want to stay all in the same pack. Let's just search for a ride, and let's check out this Cymatics Diamonds pack. It's actually a hip hop pack, but some good sounds in it. That's quite nice. It's more than just a ride. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that one. Just check that out. It might work, it might not. It's all about experimentation, and I find with drum and bass especially, I find myself experimenting a hell of a lot more than I do on any other genre. So I'm just going to go for a straight 4/4 at first. See, that's not really working because of the groove we've got with his hi-hats. So the ride's sounding like it's too quick. So what we could do is try swapping that out a little bit. Let's try sticking it on the triplet. Okay, so it's kind of working. It's a really, really skippy vibe there. I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to roll with it for now, and I'm going to move on to a crash. So let's search for a crash. We'll go for this Diamonds pack again. That one's quite nice. I'll slap that one in, and again I'm just going to go for a 4/4 on this one. As I saw with the ride, it didn't really work, but let's test it and see. Yeah, I think what we might need to do is mimic that hi-hat if we're going to try and do that. So, for instance, here we've got the hi-hat on the third. So if I pull that back, yeah, I think that's going to work better. No longer see what I'm doing. And on that one, there we are, yep. So if I pull that back as well to okay, so it's a really skippy vibe. I'm kind of liking it at the moment. It does need some tweaking, but I'm just going to move on from that for now. Let's grab another closed hi-hat, and this time I want one that's going to roll quite nicely. Let's have a look in... Go for Rewired Records, this Makina production set. There's some nice sounds in here. We want a closed hat. Yeah, that's a nice one. Okay, so for this, I'm just going to create a I'm just going to start off with 4 at the start, and I'm going to bring the volume down on these first two. Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to duplicate that over. Yeah, so again, we're running into that issue. It's because I made it too skippy. Yeah, let's just try budging that over by 1. Who is it? Yeah, maybe it's too skippy for a rolling hat. there's no danger there. All we can do is just move this hat back, or leave out the rolling hat, but I want to show you what I'm doing with the rolling hat. So I'm just going to pull these back, leave that skippiness out of it for now. And then what I can do with the ride as well is put it on the 4/4. Okay, so I'm just going to tweak with this a little bit, this rolling hat. So I just want the click of that, really, you know, that. Just the click cutting through. I'll go more in depth with that on the processing video. That should do for now, and then I'm just going to add a shaker. So, shaker. Obviously, there's a lot more percussion you can add, tambourine, you know, toms and stuff like that, give it a bit more groove. But this is the very basics that I would add. I want a better shaker than. Let's have a look in Leviathan. There's some really good shakers in. Okay, so for the shaker, I'm going to stick it in a drum rack because I want. Where have we gone? Okay, so I'm going to use them two. So for this, I'm just going to do something simple like that. I might need to swap them round. Yeah, I feel like it should be the other way around. So there we are, a really simple jump up drum and bass drum loop. As I said before, there's plenty more that you can put into this, just experiment with it. If you want me to go into more depth with the processing, I think I am going to do the video anyway, but drop a comment just so I know how many people are waiting for that. And I'll go into the processing from this drum loop. As well as that, if you want a video on the addictive drums layering, I'll drop a comment as well for that. And remember to subscribe to keep up to date with future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.